open safety position with a free agent. We're also going to talk about some of the best names in free agency for that safety position. All that. Plus, we're going to also just talk about, do we expect the Chicago Bears to have a quiet first day of officially free agency opening up? We'll talk about all and more right after this.
Into Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Shy Bears Central on every social media platform. C-Dub, Bobby Haize, we all in the building today. Fellas, the Chicago Bears met with Kevin Byard yesterday, according to Ian Rappaport. How you guys feeling about that meeting for the safety position?
I feel like the Bears are being very aggressive and trying to handle that missing piece in that secondary, and they're bringing in all people that I think that can help this team. If you want to tell me if I think this is going to be a great guy to add to the team, I'm gonna have to do a hard pass on Kevin Byard. I think he a little long in the tooth. This will be his 10th or 11th year in the NFL. He was cut last year by the Philadelphia Eagles. They say it's a salary dump. I'm gonna say if he's really helping the team, they would have found a way to keep him on a team that's going to go to the playoffs and compete for a Lombardi Trophy. But they cut him, and I don't feel the need that we need to go to the second hand or the goodwill to help this team win games.
Me, I'm looking at it from the other side. I like it. Me personally, I'm looking at a guy who's been healthy pretty much his entire career. He is 30 on the other side of 30, but I look at it like this. If you're trying to continue to change the culture, this is a guy that comes from winning cultures. He had some success up in Tennessee and then was traded to Philadelphia. He had some success there, so he know what winning should look like. And the reason I'm thinking that it might be something decent. Hey, the market value on him is currently $7 million a year, at least. But you could you know take that for what you will. And for the Chicago Bears, look, the draft capital is limited right now. And at some point, you got to start stacking the deck with for sure players on your team. And you can have a good mix of veterans with the young players so those young players can continue to ascend. But if they do go out and get that experienced safety, I'm thinking it's going to be for 1 or 2 year tops. And then you go get your young guy. Because I think that while everybody think that it's going to be, some crazy moves, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I'm not too mad at this move.
Yeah, so the way that I look at it is I think this is another sign pointing to the Bears may be drafting a safety. Ryan Post typically doesn't sign free agents that are over the age of 30. So if that's the way that he goes, I think that indicates that they're probably going to be bringing in a younger safety. He could be somebody who could be a solid starter for a year or so. Now, he has typically been healthy over his career, but the last 2 years look a little shaky. I'll take that back. 2023, he played for both Tennessee and Philly. That's why those numbers show differently. So he still played 16 games last season. So, hey, yeah.
I give him his props. He has 28 interceptions, 750 tackles over his career. But like my man Drip say, and he just said the last year, but I'm gonna go the last couple years. He's been okay. He's not been a world beater. He's been okay. He's been a competent NFL player. I feel like we should get the best player available for that safety position that can sew up and get our secondary straight. I'm straight on Big Dog.
Yeah, that's fair. I ain't mad at that. But
C-Dub said he don't want to see nobody old as him out on the football field.
hey, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm just saying, like me, I look at it like this because at some point, you got to get the guys that you feel like can help you win some ball games, and you need some veteran leadership in all spots as much as you can. Not so much to where it's gonna overtake the team, but you need guys in good places, and I wouldn't be too mad at it. As long as it's like a short deal. Give him a short deal, somebody to fill the void for a year, and then you go get your guy next year if you feel like none of the safeties in this draft is good enough for you.
Now, the question is because I know people are going to ask it, though. I guess the heat is what the health is what makes a difference. But, like, if you do sign Kevin Byard, should you just kept Eddie Jackson?
Yes. I'm going to just say it. Yes. I'm tired of people saying that he's been a problem from last year. He made a lot of mistakes. Eddie Jackson played pretty well last season to me. And any type of when people looking at all 22s and they think it's his fault, He's playing out there with young ass secondary help. If any problem out there on the field, that shit needs to be looked at extensively, because it might not have been him. It might have been them young guys. So I still love Eddie Jackson, bro.
I feel you on that degree, but I'm gonna go on a different route with this. Haize, Byard is somebody that you can have play the free safety spot, but you can also drop him down in the box as well, because that's where he's been used in his 2 previous stops. So he adds some versatility that Eddie Jackson couldn't per se provide you with, because nobody really wanted Eddie Jackson in the damn box, because we seen the evidence last year. Sometimes those guys gonna get, well, more times than not, those guys gonna get right past him. So I think, though the age is there and similar with the question, I think this guy provides you with a little bit of more versatility.
Okay. Yeah, and I think too it comes down to as well the contract. The contract's not going to be what Eddie Jackson's contract was, which plays a big part into it as well. So,
of course,
okay. Yeah, got to save that money on the contract when you can, especially when you're the Bears and you're trying to make moves and shit like that. So there you go. Now let's talk about some of the other free agents opportunities out there for the Chicago Bulls in the free agent market. I have some of the guys that I kind of favor, but one person that was mentioned as could be a target for the Chicago Bears is Justin Simmons from the Denver Broncos. He's another 30-year-old safety. He has been playing at a really high level. He could cost a pretty penny, but he would be a nice, not even just transitional piece while you find another younger safety, but he can be somebody who can bring some veteran leadership. I know we have a very young secondary core, but if he brings some of that veteran leadership there as well, 30 years old, can absolutely ball out. How you guys feeling about Justin Simmons?
I like Justin Simmons. It's with me with the age. It's going to be me. That's a no-go for me. I think 31 is a little bit too old. And that number of 15.3 is crazy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too mad at it, but me, I'd rather just stick around with the guys that we got. I mean, I believe Justin Simmons is solid. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather just continue to let the young guys in the middle, continue to develop in their own right, and look at additions in other places.
Okay, fair. Geno Stone is another name that's been mentioned. How you guys feeling about Geno Stone?
Man. You give me Geno, it's bust. That's all I gotta say. But I know there's some money that I don't know.
That's
if Ryan
money.
Poles want.
That's
you gotta
money.
pay him. You gotta pay him just because how good he's been in the last few years, and especially what he did last year. You gotta cough up some bread for him.
Yeah, I like
Geno.
I like Geno Stone as well. 25. He fits my criteria for what I wanted for a safety. 25 years old, 1.8 million, what he was paid last year. But like my guy said, you're gonna have to pay for him because he showed out last year. So I like him. I like
that. He's only 24 years old, so you're gonna pay for that anyway. But
definitely gotta come up with some bread for that.
Hey man, I got some names on here if y'all want to know. Jordan Fuller, man. I love Jordan Fuller from the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay.
3 interceptions last year, 93 tackles. He's always around the ball. He may give up a couple mistakes. That's any player that you have in the NFL. Everybody's going to make some mistakes out there. But I like Jordan Fuller. What y'all think about that guy?
Okay. That's how I feel. I'm underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed.
Okay. He's a for y'all.
It's not that I'll be pissed off. Like, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's just like, that is how I feel. Like, this is my initial reaction.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say Jordan Poyer from Buffalo. Now I would have been more intrigued. I'll keep it a buck on that. Okay. But I am interested in his new offensive lineman that just got released from the Carolina Panthers. I do have to do more research on this guy, but Bradley Bozeman, the guy's been relatively healthy his entire career. 29 years old, played center. I don't know if that's intriguing for the Bears or not, but I'm interested to see. I do got to do some homework on it, though, but that's something that came out earlier from Ian Rappaport. I'm really intrigued about that, especially when offensive linemen hit the market. You want to see what's going on with them.
And first off, Gucci, no, I said that first because it's a line from Young Justice that I got from I actually watched cartoons. Pat wasn't allowed to watch cartoons growing up. I actually said that when we signed Torrey Craig on Locked on Bulls and he stole it from me. Get your facts straight, bro. You gotta come with those facts. So you see, I can give you the source it came from because I stole it from Young Justice. Robin said it on Young Justice. My people who watch Young Justice understand where that came from. Come on, y'all. What y'all talking about?
Get it.
What y'all talking about?
Hey man,
So shit from ain't nobody stole nothing from Pat.
Hey, Xavier McKinney is out there too. He's one of the best safeties in the NFL last season, man.
Now he's cool, but somebody that was mentioned recently is CJ Gardner-Johnson from Detroit. Now he's an op, but 26 years old.
No fucking way.
It doesn't matter that he only played 3 games for the Lions. Only 3 games in his whole career. He played with the New Orleans Saints most of his career.
That he spent some time with Philly.
Put some time with Philly the year before that.
Yeah.
You heard what this man said about some of the players on the Chicago Bears, man. This dude mouth is crazy.
Yeah, but you want the edge if he's on your team, no.
Oh, he opt the fuck out. I'm straight with ops, bro.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Yeah. He opt out, bro.
I mean, I like the player, but if I'd rather pass on him.
I don't know how the locker room.
I just think that is, and me personally, I know you want the dogs in the locker room, but unwanted attention is a no go. He bring on unwanted attention just by running his mouth too much. So
Twitter finger. He get on there and get them Twitter fingers going.
Yeah, for sure.
At least he ain't posting TikToks, dancing on TikTok. But I do like the Bradley Bozeman one. I think that the only thing that I think when it comes to Bradley Bozeman, like he's 29 years old. Not to say that that's necessarily a knock on him, especially as an offensive lineman, a center. We need a new center. But do you think with the acquisition of Ryan Bates, then like at that point we're probably not going to go center? Maybe that's the Bears saying we're probably not going to get in the second round and get a center there.
Could possibly mean that, but I just rather, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said I got to do my homework. It was just intriguing to see that as another offensive lineman who's relatively healthy throughout his career, just get released. So I just wanted to, put that out there because I'm intrigued on that. I still think about what you pretty much said on one of the dailies earlier this week about using Ryan Bates as that kind of like bridge guy to where you could draft somebody and develop, and then that person will be the center of the future. I'm also on board with that idea.
Yeah, I would think that would be the plan too, for sure.
And it's still like, so what do you think the Bears' plan is with Doug Kramer? Because they brought the guy to the practice squad after he got hurt because they didn't want a chance. Well, they brought him into the main roster even though he was hurt. They didn't want a chance for a team to sign him away being on the practice squad. They hold on to him last season. We don't get to see very much of him, even with all the injuries up and down that line. If he needs that much development, how much do we trust that he's going to be able to play at the NFL level?
I do not trust that he's going to play in an NFL level for the facts that you just said right there. It comes to a point, Chicago Bears front office, where it's not going to work. And I think it's a lot of players on the Chicago Bears that's been sticking around for a couple of years and they holding on to hope that they can come around, but it's probably just not going to work, bro. And there's a lot of Bears in that situation.
Yeah, I just think that this might be just one of those situations to where that he's just being around to see if he can, develop into something useful for the Bears, but they be like, hey, we can keep him in the building. He's a good locker room guy, even though he's on the practice squad. They might not see him as a distraction. You know that injuries with offensive linemen continue to pile up around the league. So he could be some guy that you might have to depend on. And that's probably just what it is for him.
Yeah, give him a flashlight, give him some handcuffs, let him be security at Alice Hall. That's it.
I'm weak.
That's hilarious.
I told you to give us some damn flashlights.
Any other free agents, though, regardless of position, as the Bears go forward into that, any other free agents you'd like to see the Bears take a look at? And how active do you think they're going to be on day one of free agency? The legal tampering period is crazy.
Yeah, ain't it?
Yeah.
I want to see them try to see if they can grab a wide receiver, man. If you can go get a Tyler Boyd, I even heard that Hollywood Brown is available and stuff like that. See if you could probably snag one of those guys up to improve your wide receiver room. Y'all said y'all gonna bring in competition, and you don't always have to hang on to certain players past training camp. So because there was so many people that the Bears signed last year, safeties and all that, but and most of them guys didn't even make the full roster. So go see if you can, get some guys in the building, see if they fit what you collect as a collective, try them out and see what they can bring to your team. I don't see why would that being a bad idea. I really want them to hit on that wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Now is Gabe Davis signed yet? He's not signed. They ain't signed him back or nothing, right? I think Gabe Davis, the wide receiver from the Buffalo Bills, is the perfect and probably the best number 2 option at receiver in the NFL to me. I think the Bears need to get him in and have a.
The Bulls can get him too.
Yeah, them too, because they need all the help. The Bears need to get him in seriously and get a discussion to help their team because he is a player for sure.
Yeah. I just think he's gonna command too much money.
You think so?
That's why I go down the list of looking at Tyler Boyd's or and Hollywood Browns to see, because I like both of those wide receivers and they got a lot of experience on multiple teams. Well, Tyler Boyd, I believe he's had his entire career with Cincy, so I rather explore those options.
I like Hollywood Brown. He's an explosive player. He can go down. He's a deep threat every play. I like Hollywood Brown for sure.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Bears do with the wide receiver position, because I would think that if you spend anything close to a lot of money on a wide receiver, does that mean you're not worried about it at number 9? It's going to be really weird.
It's really, that's a great question. I would like, my number 1 is to like draft a nice wide receiver, but if the plan B is to get go in free agency and shop, I say you got to start at the top, and you might have to spend a pretty penny to get a receiver. I'm telling you, you might.
It's just because you could see why you want to pair a vet with DJ Moore, and then regardless of whatever happens to the quarterback situation, that all makes sense. But then it's like they're like, maybe they don't want to risk it, because I know there's a lot of mocks that have like Rome dropping to around 9 or 10. But you just never know, because the last thing you want to do is take that risk that you're going to get a wide receiver in the draft, and then all you know, somebody trades up that you didn't expect at all. Now you sit there holding your hand with, you can still get a quality player, but you're not going to get that wide receiver.
Agreed. Because if you can't wait, you can't play around with this, because teams gonna be like, they're gonna talk to the teams that's letting them know that they interested, and these guys gonna go after the best deal. And it's only gonna be so long that these guys sit around and wait for you to make a decision. I'm looking at it like this: you go out, you fill the roster spots that you feel like you're gonna fill, and then once you get to the draft, now you don't have to limit yourself to saying we have to draft by this position. You can go out there and take the best player available, and depending on who you sign from the free agency, you're not gonna sign A+ guys that have to start, but you can have some guys that's in there. You be like, hey, we're gonna bring some competition in here, and the Bears have shown they are not afraid to play the rookies if they outplay the veteran. If they outperform the veteran, the Bears will play the rookie. So I welcome that competition. So that's what I would like to see.
Just to guess, how many wide receivers going in the top 10? Y'all think? I think 3. I think 3.
Yeah, there's 3
for sure.
3 for sure. So they can't play
unless some crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
Which never overlook the fact that some crazy shit happening in the draft. It's always a possibility. But unless some crazy shit happens, I definitely think 3 of the wide receivers. It's going to be 3 quarterbacks, 3 wide receivers, all going in top 10.
Facts.
We can't play around, bro. We got to go after what we need, bro. We got to go crazy, bro. Don't play around, bro.
Yeah.
Don't.
So we'll see what happens with that one. Now, something that happened just a few hours ago, Mac Jones was traded for a 6th-round pick.
Oh my God!
What do you think that means? What do you think that means for the this happened? Traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh wow! Bench squad, back up.
But what do you think this means for the market if the Bears are going to be trading Justin Fields? Now again, because we got to reassess this, because they're always fucking idiots in the chat. Leonidas is an idiot, but he's our idiot. I'll flame him again if need be. But there's always people that we are 3 people that we think the Bears should. Don't let me speak for anyone. Correct me if I'm wrong, you two. But we think the Bears should trade the number 1 overall pick, get some talent, build around Justin Fields. But if they are going to trade Justin Fields, What do you think this now means for the market of Justin Fields and Mac Jones went for a 6?
Me personally, I don't think it has nothing to do with Justin Fields' market value because Mac Jones is going into. I think it might be some teams that might think he's not a starter, but I think it's some teams out there that think he can start for them on their respective teams. Like Mac Jones, damn, they traded him and he went straight to the bench. You know he coming off the bench with sunshine over there. So,
Sunshine.
so I don't think this has anything to do with Justin Fields right here. 5th round.
Well, I'm not saying it has anything to do with them, but I mean it can set the market though.
I don't think it set the market for Justin Fields. I think that's a different type of market, bro. Like if you're looking for a backup, that's Mac Jones. Justin Fields can definitely start for an NFL team, and I think it's teams in the NFL that knows that and wants Justin Fields.
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, of course, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna try to get the cheap deal. Is somebody gonna try to call in and say, Ryan Poles, we're gonna give you a 5th? You know what I'm saying? It's up to him. But I think that when you talk about Mac Jones and you line him up against Justin Fields, the market value has to be more so in favor of Justin Fields, in my opinion. He gives you more of a opportunity to win the game, in my opinion, with everything that he can bring. Yes, he still has his flaws, but Mac Jones is not a mobile quarterback. Mac Jones can pretty much create something out of nothing. Justin Fields is going to offer you more opportunities to put points on the boards and move the ball downfield. And Mac Jones, he was ruined by Bill Belichick and his coaching staff. It was just totally egregious. And that's why we always say situations matter, no matter how good you is. So me personally, he going to sit on the bench. I hope he be able to revitalize his career because he had a solid rookie season.
Yeah, I say this says more than setting any type of thing for Justin Fields. I look at this and say this more says that the Patriots just wanted that nigga up out of there.
Yeah,
That
get the
too.
hell out. That's definitely it, Drew.
They just looked at Mac and was like, hey, what you got for us? You got a shoestring? Bet. We'll take the shoestring. Let's go ahead and get this motherfucker up out of here. That's it. Like,
they killed that man. They killed that man confidence and everything.
Oh, facts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Mac Jones can definitely revitalize his career. He's still super young. I know he's going to be back up in Jacksonville now, but he's going to get another shot. He's going to get another opportunity. It may take a while. I mean, shit, Joe Flacco led a goddamn team to the playoffs. It's crazy.
He had a resurgence.
Anything's possible in the NFL.
Absolutely.
So. All right, but so that means
except that the Cowboys ever won a Super Bowl. That's never possible.
Oh, that's a damn fact for sure. The New England Patriots, they might be in the running for that number 1 pick now. They got on here and make an offer. They got to make, they coming with an offer, a big offer.
I do think that that's a possibility, but I also think that the Patriots are looking at that situation. I really do think the Patriots saying, listen, we either don't get May, we either gonna get Caleb, we good.
You think what they number 2? They number 3. They
number
right?
2. They're number 2.
Washington 2, right? I thought Washington was 2.
I thought Washington. I think Washington.
Are they?
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah, you're right. They're number 3. Washington's 2.
So if they want to make a move now, they can go ahead and
that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
They going for a
quarterback. But I see the Patriots being. I see that. Well, I don't really know what the coaching staff is gonna want to do up there, but I think Drake May might be their type of guy, so they might just chill out.
But I thought it was. Well, I ain't gonna even start it. Whatever. Go ahead. I ain't finna start the chat. I ain't gonna do it. Not me.
Yeah,
that's all I think it is, though.
But all right, so but how aggressive do you think the Bears are going to be start free agency?
Oh man, I think they're going to be extremely aggressive. Last year they were pretty aggressive when free agency started. I expect them to have action probably on the first night. So let's go, Chicago Bears. We need it, baby. We're gonna be right here to report it.
Hey,
exactly. But all right, let's get into some of these super chats. We got B Mace in the building with the $20 super chat. Thanks for supporting. He says, man, I missed the last live roast session. Very entertaining as always. We appreciate y'all content. Always glad to see y'all together. I got something on the 5th. Future sports media. Listen, we're not the future. We are sports media. Let's be clear.
Let's get it.
We are sports media. That's a period. So that's just is what it is. You talk about future, no, none of that. We this is what we do. This is what
right now.
Hey,
So
we here, baby. That's all
Who
that
the
matters,
hell y'all calling a parrot in the chat? Y'all crazy as hell.
ain't they?
Who the parrot in
We
it here?
had two more other ones too, Haize. We had
yeah, I got him. I got him pinned. But go ahead. Yeah,
my bad. I was gonna get to it.
go ahead.
Akuma, he said looking for polls tomorrow. JF1 is QB1 2024.
Okay.
I said we're gonna wait and see.
We gotta wait and see.
And then Key, love y'all show. Collab with Swift and break the net. Gotta disagree about Bojack though. He missed a lot of tackles and assignments. Time to go younger. Not too
I
mad
feel
at that either. For
I
sure.
feel you. I like Bojack, man. Everybody
I do
want to
too.
just blame Bojack, bro. Damn, man. He wasn't awful, bro. He wasn't ass. He was serviceable at the very least, bro. At the very least.
Yeah.
He was. But I think it's me personally, draft Tyler Nubin. Fuck it. Me
Tell me
personally.
what Tyler Nubin to bring to this team, nephew.
I mean, he brings some toughness. He got the range and he's able to drop down in the box and play the free safety spot. He brings youth. And I think he got a lot of tools. He comes from the Big Ten conference. It's a tough conference to play within. That is trenches heavy and a lot of teams that's in the Big Ten. So, hey, I like him. We'll see. You get shit. It's only so many for sure spot players in every draft. So,
Hey, and my man Drip was saying it might be a possibility if Bojack don't get signed in this free agency that we can get him back for the low. Is that still in there? Is that a possibility, bro? Could we see Bojack back here for the low? Maybe 7 mil, 7 mil or something like that. Remember we talked about that, Drip?
It's a possibility. I mean, I think with where it seems like the Bears are going, it seems like they're looking at other veteran options. So I don't think that's probably. I think we're slowly starting to see that door close and that possibility. And also, I think that Eddie Jackson is probably going to look first at maybe joining. If he's going to take a pay cut, he may look at it and say, let me go join the 49ers where I can try to win a title, right? Something like that. I could absolutely see that happen.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's that time to go ring hunting for him. Go do your thing, man. I ain't too mad at it.
I guess I'm gonna have to settle, bro. It might be Bojack may gone.
You just got done shitting on old people. Now you want to bring Eddie Jackson back, who's old and hurt.
How old is Bojack?
Make no sense to me, bro.
Oh, damn, he is 30. He's 31. I ain't know he was 31. Shit. But wait, man, he got familiarity with the team.
That's what I was gonna say. The young guys love him. They love him.
I feel
bro.
that. I feel
Bojack,
that.
bro.
I feel that. But yeah, I mean, listen, I would not be mad if they brought Bojack back on the cheaper deal. They find a safety of the future, a different starter. He come back. Like I said, the biggest thing with Bojack is he just wasn't worth what we were paying him on that contract. He still can absolutely help teams out in a lot of different ways.
Of course.
Hey, I'm finna say something. This is my last compliment for Bojack because he probably out of here. He had the best season for a free safety in Chicago Bears history. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, but the problem is that he said that he wanted to have last season the best season that a safety ever had. I love Bojack too. We got to hold him accountable. He did say that.
Poo on this shit.
He said it. I'm holding him to what he said. He came into the season and said, I feel like I'm about to have one of the best seasons of a safety ever, and proceeded to sit there and have the season that he did. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. That's like linking up with a chick and she been talking so much about how she give great head, and then next thing you know, she don't know what to do with it.
That's a disaster.
Bitch, you using your teeth. What we talking about?
Oh shit. Hey, I tried, Bojack. I tried.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Any last thoughts before we get up out of here, fellas?
We cannot forget the super chat from Brandon L. Jet.
Oh, you can't forget Jet.
Oh, the Jet.
I didn't even see it. Oh shit! Listen, I love how Brandon L. Jet refuses to be outdone. Shout out to Brandon L. Jet. He said, I got all three of y'all on the same stream. I'll email y'all from note on Chicago Bulls Central. There's a way to send your audiences to each other's channels while you do live calls, pregame, halftime. We already know how to do that.
Oh yeah, we know that. We appreciate it.
But I mean, there's no point in linking Bulls channels to Bears channels when we're streaming on Bears. That's all I'm saying. So we know how to do that.
Bro. Shout out to Brandon L. Jet, though. The general.
Yeah, for sure. The general.
You listen.
Exactly. And he's a pimp in real life, so y'all gotta watch out for him. You know he got the hoe.
There's another one.
We got Steve Smith. What y'all on today?
Okay. Hey, listen, we'll stay. I want to keep dropping super chats. We'll keep staying on. Steve Smith says there's a report that Caleb Williams and his camp canceled practice on the Bears last week, trying to get your feedback on that. Me moving forward. Here, I mean, yeah, there was a report on that, but I think that all goes back to the fact that the Bears try to get the top 30. They wanted they basically wanted him to come back to Chicago with them, and it didn't happen. I don't think that's a major thing, man. They're still gonna have the pro day. That's the most important thing.
Okay, and okay. So that has any effects? No effects. This is just a question on the side of character or your willingness to do something for the franchise. How Ryan Poles look at this, like turned down. Is that any type of negative? Y'all don't think so? That's what
I don't think so, because at the end of the day, he's not tied to the franchise yet. You don't owe nobody shit yet. I mean, just all jokes aside, I know there's a lot of knocks on Caleb, and those are valid knocks. But the way I look at it as right now, you are auditioning for every team, not just the Chicago Bears. Period.
Okay.
For sure. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
that,
take
bro,
that.
like y'all wanted the man to come to the building right after the draft. like,
Exactly.
like
They basically-
literally 2 days after the draft.
They basically said, "Hey, listen, we're at the combine. We appreciate you. Go ahead and come back to Chicago. We get on the plane with us. We're gonna holler at you." It's not happening. He's not a Bear.
Yeah.
You don't owe shit.
So I would
Okay.
hope that Ryan Poles be a bit understanding with that and just be like, that's fair, and then not hold it against him. You know what I'm saying? Still
Exactly.
do your
That would've been like
evaluation
Caleb-
the correct way.
It'll be like Caleb said, "All right, bet. So you're gonna cancel your meetings with the other quarterbacks in this draft? You still plan on taking a look at them too? Like,
Oh, bro.
and they gonna take a look at everybody. So
Yeah.
So-
You're right. You're right.
So it's
That's
business,
kinda
bro.
wild.
Is Caleb Williams arrogant? Yes. But like I
He
said
look.
before, every quarterback that's gonna be great should be a little bit of a dickhead.
For real.
I agree with that. Except Peyton
So-
Manning. Is Peyton Manning a dickhead? He
Oh,
he
come on,
probably
bro.
got
Peyton,
he got a dickhead, but is
bro,
he a dickhead?
listen. There's some stories like Peyton Manning publicly is all good, but there's some shit. Peyton Manning had a little bit of dickhead in him. He just knew when the cameras was on, he couldn't. Peyton Manning was smart, bro. He grew up in this shit. He understands how the job was done.
Exactly.
His brother Eli gave no fucks. We know Eli was a dickhead.
He don't look like he was a dickhead neither. Drip, I ain't hear.
But do
no
you not
stories
remember
about
in the
Eli.
draft? He basically
Oh yeah, in the draft, yes.
Eli's definitely a dickhead, bro. He just happened to go
already
where he
know.
wanted to, and then he beat the Patriots 2 times in the Super Bowl. At that point, nobody's really looking at it, man.
Yeah, you're right about that. He did start as soon as he stepped foot in the NFL. Like, I'm not playing for them. Trade me right now, bro. That was
For
crazy.
real.
Wow.
That's crazy. But all right, y'all. Anything left before we get up out of here? Anybody else gonna drop some super chats while we on our way out? Feel free. We're never gonna turn it down. That's funny. But all right, y'all. We love you guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you support these two brothers at Shy Bulls Podcast with the Cognac Boys, man. They dropping it every single day. They dropping content basically, and they do live calls during the game. I can't do live calls. These motherfuckers make it look easy. It's not my skill. So y'all make sure y'all go over there and support these brothers. You can follow us. See, look. In the middle of the outro, Leonidas on here trolling with someone's Obama phone. Who left their phone on the table? Back to football though. White people sleeping on Kean Coleman. That's actually not a bad question there.
That's actually a good question. He
That's
ain't
actually
getting
a really good question. You would drop it as we going the fuck out though. God damn it, Bobby. How you feel about Kean
Oh,
Coleman?
I was just gonna be real quick. I think that a lot of people gonna have some concerns about his catches. I know that. I know when you go on YouTube and you type in his highlights, you're gonna see amazing catches. But if you watch certain games, now you got to look up for the boring catches. You got to look up for the layup catches that you're supposed to make. And Keon Coleman dropped some of those. So that's why some people are sleeping on him. But he has some good measurables at the combine. We shall see where he goes.
Oh, I'm with nephew, bro. You can't always look at the highlights, and some guys' highlights look unbelievable. But when you look at the
Everybody's
layups, you look at the layups, look at the slants and stuff, and you're dropping slants, you're dropping the quick outs, then you got to think about this guy. Do you only have one move set? Can you only do the unbelievable? Can you only do one route? All type of shit like that. So I'm with nephew, 100%.
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing is that I just worry. Kean Coleman has tons of potential. He has tons of talent. Don't get me wrong. And maybe he goes to the right situation where he does and they work some of that out of him or whatever else. But to me, if you're going to go wide receiver in this draft, there are too many way more surefire bets than Keon Coleman, in my opinion.
That's right.
Like I said, I don't want to shit on the young man. He's 20 years old. He still has tons of places to develop, but I just look at it. There's so many other receivers in this draft that you don't have to worry about that shit.
Right.
And that's where it comes down to, man.
Yeah. And just because of Brandon L. Jet Petty. Appreciate you, gang. We appreciate you.
God damn it, Cachet with the super chat as well. Thank you. Says I'm the first lady.
Thank you,
Shay.
Shay.
We appreciate you. By the way, did y'all listen to Shay's last one? I played it on the mailbag. The mailbag was like a week or two ago. Did you listen to it?
No, but I could tell you, I know she was on that 1-900 mode.
I'm telling you right now, whenever Chi-Town Sports Central gets big enough to where we need a phone line, because Shay is getting hired to answer all the phones.
Yeah.
He literally gonna be like, yeah, I was calling to try to book, but hold on, like, can you just say one more thing to me real quick? Just go ahead and read that phone book to me.
What you got on? What you got on, Shorty?
Funny.
We love Shay,
y'all.
Man.
We out now, man. Make sure you guys are following the show at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text, God damn it,
Brett Kimball, you be trolling, bro. I know you be playing. I swear, bro.
Jesus Christ,
back to
bro.
back now.
I'm high on Brendan Rice. Where do you see him getting picked? I have no idea.
I don't know. I ain't reached him yet.
For y'all. Hey, look, we out of here. Love you guys. Shout out to